Where we headed?
Cabo, Wabo,
Yeah, boy. There we go. Okay, we just got here. Jumping on the shuttle right now. They're gonna take us to the rental car spot. But so far, so good. We got our margaritas, had tequila on the plane. It's feeling like Cabo.
Cabo Wabo.
I just want to let it be known that this Jeep in Cabo with leather seats is the same price as the basic Jeep we got in Hawaii. So all things considered, hotels, flights, rental, the restaurants we're about to go to, I don't know. Beautiful beaches here too. I feel like you can save a lot more money coming to Mexico instead of Hawaii.
Oh yeah, what the heck? It looks like a kid.
I know this love of mine will never die. You're gonna know how to make margaritas.
Yo creo que antes nos salimos todos y él llega de Estados Unidos. Ay, no, ni de ¿cómo seguro? Está tan pesado. Yo, la verdad que nunca me ha tocado. Sabía cómo se manejaba eso.
Lonnie's obsession with coffee continues. This is a pumpkin latte. I was.
That's amazing. That's good coffee.
Yo, we're at Acre Resort. And we're I don't know why she's always whispering. She doesn't want to be an influencer yet, guys, but she wants to be. She just wants to be a whispering influencer. But anyways, we just came in. It was off the tour. Babe, turn around for the video. We came off the
really fun.
drive in, and I recommend it because it's like off-roading,
Yes,
low key.
but make sure you get a Jeep if you do that.
Yeah, we hit a couple bumps, and it's like no pavement or anything like that, so it was fun. But look at this vibe. Everything's outdoors so far. It's nice. Well, next video is coming. How'd you get out the gate? making this vlog from a guy's perspective because my girlfriend makes the vlogs, as you can see from her perspective.
Okay.
Let me give you guys the real information you're looking for. Prices, best places to go, best negotiation tactics. Just wait and see. When you have a nice yacht, always remember, there's always a bigger yacht. I guess it's better than me with no yacht though. You just turned around and started walking after you posed for a second. All right, so I wanted to make this video to make good on my promise about breaking down just the most important things like price and things to do in Cabo. One, I did take my girlfriend this time. Usually I take the family. It was just us. So if you're looking for a really cool itinerary to put together with you and your significant other, I think this will be a great video for you. You'll see all the stuff that I post ahead of this and kind of get an idea of that. One, we started with the flights. It was about $450 each, and we had direct flights from where we're at, which was great. Quick 2-hour flight. Love that about Cabo. Next, we land and we get in. We land and we go directly to Hertz. Hertz was a little unique. You pre-book the car here in the States in the app. That's not going to matter when you get there because they're going to work as two separate entities. You're going to notice that you're not going to get any points. Your reservation is going to go through, and essentially it's a placeholder. And once you get there, you're going to have to book everything from scratch as if you just walked in. A little annoying, but that's fine. Highly recommend getting a Jeep. Cabo typically has paved roads. Right now, I think they're redoing that whole main strip. As far as you driving in, getting past the toll booth, it's all unpaved. So get a Jeep or a Tahoe or, something with better off-road capability because there are a ton of potholes and a ton of areas where you're going to feel a little more secure driving around with that. I would hate to get a little compact car and then tear it up, the rim, tire, anything like that, because the roads and have to be charged for that. So splurge a little bit more. The Jeep was like $450 for the 6 days we were out there. Not bad. You just saw another video that we had. We were in Hawaii, pretty much paid the same price for a lesser Jeep. This one had leather seats, all that good stuff, and really good rates. So take advantage of that if you can. Next is going to be the hotel. We stayed in San Jose del Cabo this time instead of Cabo San Lucas. And we stayed at the Tropicana Hilton, which was cool. We spent, I think I got that one for $89. It was less than $90 a night, something around there, but $86 a night. That was a great rate. And that was really cool because you're right in the center with that hotel, and the service is really good. Like everybody there from, Primitivo, the guy who took our bags, the front desk staff, the restaurant staff, Pilates classes my girlfriend took, like all that stuff was really neat. Also, good point, bikes, Pilates, things like that. They do like tequila tasting, cooking classes. That's all going to be included with your stay. So gives you little opportunities to do at the hotel, little rest stops, little things to do that are included in that rate too. And I think your significant other would probably enjoy that. Mine did. So another thing that we did too was going out for food. I kind of went and found this Cabo Michelin guide, and it gave you like all the top restaurants that they had in the area. The itinerary that I did was a little more unique because I'm vegetarian, so we have to pick certain spots, but they have some really great restaurants out in Cabo. If you're into fish, seafood, the marisco they call it, you have tons of opportunities out there with some great restaurants too. For us, we went to Acre Resort. This is one that I highly recommend. Service is super nice. The food only spent like $100 for the both of us, and that was with appetizers, main course, and some drinks. For that, to have that kind of upper echelon service, menu choice, things like that, like it was well worth the money. The grounds were spectacular. Like you drive in, it's super unpaved, looks a little sketch. Also, the reason why I recommend getting a Jeep. But you get inside and they just have this entire like 25 acres with, horse stables, goats, goat pens, ducks, little bunny rabbits. Girlfriend loved that part too. And you can walk the grounds too after you have dinner, before you have dinner. And that's just another cool experience within itself. So that was really nice, really cool romantic vibe there too. And you just get all of that added on top of having a great meal and great service. Next thing we tried too from that Michelin guided or Michelin mentioned article was Ruba's Bakery. Great. Another spot where you go in, you're probably going to spend around like $100, but we did that with also, having mimosas, having a full breakfast, trying some different things, the lattes, pumpkin lattes and all that seasonal things that they had. And then also taking home probably like a half dozen of pastries for the hotel staff. All in all, great price, great service. That was really cool. It's also located just right in that town center. Ruba's is right there, right across the stage. Like everything is just walking distance down the strip. There was another one I couldn't get to, and I think it was called like Now NAO or something of that sort. But ton of really nice upscale restaurants right in town square, all within walking distance from the hotel. That hotel, the Tropicana Hilton, great price, also great location. I went for my morning runs. You can run through town square. You can run down to the beach. Everything you need is right there. And then right around the corner from that too are all the top hotels like the Viceroy, the Hilton Grand, just kind of like that luxury row. So you're kind of getting that same vibe, not paying, the $1,000 a night, $700 a night, all that stuff. But, all those resorts, people like them because they're right on the beach and they have like their own private beach and everything. You can accomplish that same thing by just going and get a day pass. So we looked into a few of the resorts and I'm like, well, how are we going to get on the beach? Because the water is pretty choppy in Cabo, so you kind of want somewhere where it has their own beach or they have their own umbrellas or a little area where you can at least view the beach and get close to the water. There's a hotel, it started with a V, and I know I'm blanking on the name, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but it was right next door to the Hilton Grand and the Viceroy. And they have this thing called the Reserve, and it's a beach club that they have. Music was great, food selection was great, and typically they ask you to spend $100 per person as entry fee, and then another 100, so 200 in total. But the second half of that is the 100 goes towards your food and beverage, and you have to run up the tab until you can meet that $100. But in this case, we were there during like low season, so they just let you in. You get your own private cabana, you get access to the beach, you get all that stuff, and it didn't even have a minimum spend. You just kind of enjoyed yourself and ordered as you wanted, and they got access to this private beach now without having to stay at the resort and paying $1,000 a night. So that was cool. One thing I highly recommend, I went through Cabo Adventures and we did the boat sail, the sunset sailing tour, something of that nature. It's like $200 for the both of us. Also another great price and great experience. They provide drinks, food while you're on board. And this was crazy cool because this is the first time I actually went sailboating. Not like just a normal motorboat and everything. Like they drop the sail, the wind catches, and the boat turned like to a full 45-degree angle as it caught wind, and we banked this hard left and we banked the hard right. It was just a really fun experience. You get to get the beautiful backdrop of Cabo San Lucas over there, ocean views. Highly recommend that. Cabo Adventures, I know it's a little more, how do I say that? It's a little more commercialized, like everybody knows about it, but all in all, you can pay online, have everything set up. You run to the boat dock. The tour guide's going to walk you past all the vendors. You're not going to get pressured to jump into somewhere sketch or, you know, have to go through all that. Like, it just was seamless. So again, if you're with your significant other and you want to make sure things are going to go smooth, highly recommend just doing Cabo Adventures, Sunset, Sail Tour. Next thing I would recommend doing too, they had the cooking class, and they also had the cooking class at Acre, or Acre I call it, but Aqua Resort I think is what it is. But take cooking class, that was super nice too. And then we also did Rosa Negra, nighttime, kind of like half club, half restaurant, which is really fun. Every time we go there, it's a great vibe, whether I go with the family, whether it's just me and Lou. I'm always going to recommend this. I've been to the one in Tulum, the one in Cancun, the one in Cabo is by far my favorite. Service is great, food is great. I'm not going to spoil it, but they have a great show. They're very interactive. They'll get you engaged. They really set the vibe for you as well. So if you're a little more introverted, this place is perfect. If you're extroverted, even better. You can have a time and nobody's going to judge you because everybody's going to be, you know, just doing their own thing. So highly recommend going to Rosa Negra though. If you're taking your significant other Cabo, go to Rosa Negra. It's going to blow you away, blow them away. Have a time. Next, I have to do this plug for my guy. His name is Pasta. He's a chef owner for a restaurant, and it's called Abuela Nelly's. It's in Cabo San Lucas, off the beaten path. This guy, by far, amazing. This isn't going to be a Michelin-rated restaurant or anything. This is going to be super authentic. His own spot he's been doing for the longest, but Pasta is the coolest guy ever. Every year I go, I never call ahead. Don't tell him I'm coming. I walk in and immediately he remembers me. This time he was super chill. He wound up taking like 3 shots with me at the restaurant. We're having a good time, but extremely affordable, extremely authentic, extremely sweet guy. He'll make you feel like family, and you know, you just go to a place like that, and I feel like that really is going to set the vibe for your vacation and set the tone of just getting like that, those good vibes and authentic experience. So get away from the commercialized restaurants, all the high-end stuff, drop in and see pasta at Abuela Nelly's, but also do some of the high-end stuff too to make yourself look really, really sweet and get that really cool experience too. But yeah, prices for all that, I think all the restaurants are everywhere was around like 100 to 150 for 2. That's desserts, that's drinks, that's all that good stuff, which is a little more expensive these days in Cabo, but with everything going on in the world, I feel like everything is just kind of going up. So all things considered, still extremely affordable, especially given the experience, especially given the backdrop, especially given the quality of food, like just a great time overall. So yeah, I think all in all, the trip was around like 3,000 for 6 days. And that's kind of doing, again, a Michelin mention, doing the adventures, the tours, renting the Jeep, you know, just kind of going about whatever we wanted to do, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, check the video out. Obviously, this is going to be at the end of the video, so everything you saw, hopefully you can put reference to it now, go back and have fun when you go yourself.